YAH, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of YAH, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, with all the muchness that you have. Hebrews chapter 8. Here is the whole point of what we have been saying. We do have such a Kohen Gadol as has been described, and he does sit at the right hand of Ha-Gadulah in heaven. There he serves in the holy place, that is, in the true tent of meeting, the one erected not by human beings but by Yehovah. For every Kohen Gadol is appointed to offer both gifts and sacrifices. So this Kohen Gadol too has to set something he can offer. Now if he were on earth, he wouldn't be a Kohen at all, since there already are Kohanim offering the gifts required by the Torah. But what they are serving is only a copy and shadow of the heavenly original. For when Moshe was about to erect the tent, God warned him, "See to it that you make everything according to the pattern you were shown on the mountain." But now the work Yeshua has been given to do is far superior to theirs, just as the covenant he mediates is better. For this covenant has been given as Torah on the basis of better promises. Indeed, if the first covenant had not been given ground for fault-finding, there would have been no need for a second one. For God does find fault with the people when he says, "See, the days are coming, says Yehovah, when I will establish over the house of Israel and over the house of Yehuda a new covenant. It will not be like the covenant which I made for their fathers on the day when I took them by their hand and led them forth out of the land of Egypt, because they, for their part, did not remain faithful to my covenant. So I, for my part, stopped concerning myself with them, says Yehovah. For this is the covenant which I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says Yehovah. I will put my Torah in their minds and write it on their hearts. I will be their God and they will be my people. None of them will teach his fellow citizen or his brother, saying, 'Know Yehovah,' for all will know me, from the least of them to the greatest, because I will be merciful toward their wickedness, and remember their sins no more." By using the term new, he has made the first covenant old. Something being made old, something in the process of aging, is on its way to vanishing altogether. The author of Hebrews here, basically the whole chapter is from the Tanakh. Very exciting. Sit at the right hand of Ha-Gadulah. See to it that you make everything according to the pattern you were shown on the mountain. That comes from Exodus 25:40. Exodus 25:40. See that you make them according to the design being shown you on the mountain. This next part, the whole chapter basically. See, the days are coming, says Yehovah, when I will establish over the house of Israel and over the house of Yehuda a new covenant. It will not be like the covenant which I made with their fathers on the day when I took them by their hand and led them forth out of Egypt. Because they, for their part, did not remain faithful to my covenant, so I, for my part, stopped concerning myself with them, says Yehovah. For this is the covenant which I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says Yehovah. I will put my Torah in their minds and write it on their hearts. I will be their God and they will be my people. None of them will teach his fellow citizen or his brother, saying, "Know Yehovah," for all will know me, from the least of them to the greatest, because I will be merciful toward their wickedness and remember their sins no more. That comes from Jeremiah 31, 30 through 33. Jeremiah 31, 30 through 33. Here the days are coming, says Jehovah, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Yehudah. It will not be like the covenant I made with their fathers on the day I took them by their hand and brought them out of the land of Egypt, because they, for their part, violated my covenant, even though I, for my part, was a husband to them, says Jehovah. For this is the covenant I'll make with the house of Israel after those days, says Jehovah. I will put my Torah within them and write it on their hearts. I will be their God, and they will be my people. No longer will any of them teach their fellow community member or his brother, "Know Yehovah," for all will know me, from the least of them to the greatest, because I will forgive their wickedness and remember their sins no more. Amen. New. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Hebrews 8? Probably some of the most important information, wisdom, we could ever learn. We can trust that we have a Kohen Gadol, Yeshua, described as the author of Hebrews says. We can trust that Yeshua sits at the right hand of Yahweh, YAH, in heaven. Yeshua serves in the holy place, the true tent of meeting, the one built by YAH. Trust that the function of the Kohen Gadol is to offer both gifts and sacrifices, that Moses did make a tent YAH ordered him to make, with a warning to make it according to the pattern that was shown him on the mountain. Trust that the work of Yeshua is far superior to the other Kohanim, just as the covenant Yeshua mediates is better. Trust that this Torah is given on the basis of better promises. Trust that YAH said in Jeremiah 31, 30 through 33, all that we just read. See, the days are coming, says Jehovah, will establish a new covenant. YAH will put his Torah in their minds and write on their hearts. YAH will be our God, and we will be his people. All will know YAH. He will be merciful toward their wickedness and remember their sin no more. Trust that when using the term new, he has made the first covenant old and shows it's on its way to vanish altogether. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can encourage others to put their trust in Yeshua, our Kohen Gadol, who sits at the right hand of Yahweh. Produce spiritual fruit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. How can we bear one another's burdens? We can read Yah's written word with them to help encourage their spiritual growth in union with Yeshua the Messiah, who is found in the Tanakh. End with the Aaronic blessing. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you, and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.